Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Hasham Ali Khan. So now this is the last video on deductions from GTI. Already 8 problems have completed in the last previous videos. Now in this last video I'm going to complete 9th, 10th and 11th. These 3 problems I'm going to explain you, and this will be the final video on deductions from GTI. So in the last videos I have explained you the deductions from 80C to 80U. So many deductions are there, but all the deductions are not equally important. Some deductions are very important, and those deductions we have seen in the last videos. And again I tell you, in this advanced aspect of income tax subject, the problems are dependent on the provisions of the act. So until and unless you are perfect sure about the provisions of the act, you cannot be able to solve the problem. So if you want the perfect knowledge, grip on this subject, first watch the theory video. In the theory video, I have explained you all the provisions regarding the deductions under section 80C to 80U. So if you have not watched, I suggest you to go to the playlist of my channel. Select the subject advanced aspect of income tax. Watch the first video on theory of deductions from GTI, and then come to the problems. Now, before starting the problem, I expect my viewers to have a printout of the problems which I have given in the link under my description. So take a printout and keep it ready before start watching this video. Take a screenshot of the solution of problem number 9, 10 and 11. Then I'll explain each and every point in detail. So see the 9th problem. I am explaining the 9th problem. Compute deduction under section 80G to the following persons. We are not required to calculate total income or tax liabilities. Simply we have to find out what is the deduction under section 80G, and it is concerned with donations. Deduction under section 80G is concerned with donations. So here 2 assessees are there, Chikkadu and Dorakadu. So first of all, the details given are gross total income, then deduction under section 80C directly given, no need to calculate. Deduction under section 80D, that is also directly given. But donation to Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, donation to Clean Ganga Fund, and donation to AP government for family planning. Now here a student must know the provision regarding how much is the qualifying amount and what is the rate of deduction for donations. Every donation given is not allowed as deduction. For Income Tax Act has given the provision regarding how much will be the qualifying amount of deduction and what is the rate of deduction. Now that I am explaining you. First of all, computation of deduction under section 80G, Chikkadu. This is the first SSC. The qualifying amount, rate of deduction, amount of deduction, particulars. So first of all, donation to Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. In the theory video, I have explained you, donation given to Rajiv Gandhi Foundation is eligible for deduction under section 80G. But the condition is the qualifying amount is 100% of donation, but the rate of deduction is 50%. That will not be given in the problem. You have to remember. Already in theory, I have explained you deduction under section 80G. In that, donation given to Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, 100% is the qualifying amount. Whatever amount donated, qualifying amount, but the rate of deduction is 50%. So here donation to Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, qualifying amount 100%, but the rate of deduction is 50%. These are the provisions given by the Income Tax Act. Now, qualifying amount is 100% of 10,000. 10,000 rupees is given as donation. It is given in the problem. Chikkadu, 10,000 rupees is given as donation to Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. 100% of 10,000, 10,000. Rate of deduction is 50%. So 50% of 10,000 is 5,000. The donation allowed is 5,000. Deduction will be given 5,000. Second one is donation to Clean Ganga Fund. Again, specifically Income Tax Act has given donation given to clean Ganga fund. The qualifying amount is 100% and the rate of deduction is also 100%. So how much is the amount given, donation given? 12,000 rupees is the donation given. So complete 12,000 rupees is the qualifying amount and complete 12,000 rupees is the deduction given. Now here, donation to clean Ganga fund, qualifying amount 100%, rate of deduction 100%. So 100% of 12,000, 12,000 and 100% of 12,000 is 12,000 allowed as deduction. Third one, donation to AP government for family planning. This is a limited donation. That means qualifying amount is limited but the rate of deduction is 100%. Rate of deduction is 100% but the qualifying amount is limited. That is the new point. So what you have to remember, donation given to any government, state government for promoting family planning. Qualifying amount is limited but the rate of deduction is 100%. So how to find out qualifying amount? Provisions are given. Qualifying amount is list of the following two amounts. Actual amount donated, actual donation given or 10% of adjusted GTI. 10% of adjusted GTI. So what is adjusted GTI? Take the GTI minus LTCG minus all deductions from ATC to ATU except ATG. Except ATG, any other deductions are there that will be deducted. So in our example, adjusted GTI is equal to GTI minus LTCG minus all deductions under section 80 except ATG. So 4,50,000 rupees is the gross total income given in the problem. 4,50,000 is the GTI minus LTCG is not there. But deductions are there under section 80 except ATG. What are the other deductions? ATC 20,000, ATD 15,000. So deduct 20,000, 15,000. So 4,15,000 rupees is the adjusted GTI. Now we calculate 10% of 4,15,000, 41,500. 41,500 is the 10% of adjusted GTI. The actual donation given is 30,000, whereas 10% of adjusted GTI is 41,500. So whichever is least, for 30,000 is the least. So deduct 30,000. The qualifying amount is 30,000. The qualifying amount is 30,000 and the rate of deduction is 100%. So 100% of 30,000. 30,000 is the amount of deduction. Now take the total. 5,000 plus 12,000 plus 30,000. 47,000 is the amount of deduction under section 80G. That's it. This is regarding Chikkudu. Next one is Dorakadu. Again same procedure. Donation to Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. Qualifying amount 100%, rate of deduction 50%. Just now we have seen. Here donation given for Rajiv Gandhi Foundation is 16,000. The qualifying amount is 16,000 but the rate of deduction is 50%. So 50% of 16,000 is 8,000. Secondly, donation to clean Ganga fund. Amount given is 20,000. 20,000 rupees donated for clean Ganga fund. Qualifying amount 100%, rate of deduction also 100%. 100% of 20,000. 20,000 is the qualifying amount. 100% is the rate of deduction. 100% of 20,000. 20,000. So total will be 28,000 because we don't have donation to AP government for family planning. This donation for AP government for family planning is there only for the Chikkudu SSC. Dorakadu has not given any donation for family planning. That's all. Total 28,000. That's it. This is the problem number 9. Now 10th problem. Sri R.K. Naik, working in Delhi in a limited company, submitted the following particulars. Compute total income. So we have to find out total income. Basic pay 18,300, dearness allowance 6,200, short-term capital gain 66,000, contribution to pension plan of LIC, deduction under section 80CCC. Then donation under section 80G 11,000. And he is living in a rented house and paid 60,000 rent per annum. This is the new point. He is living in a rented house. He is paying the rent, but is not getting any HRA. So Income Tax Act says if an SSC is not receiving any HRA and he is living in a rented house paying the rent, then deduction under section 80GG will be allowed. That is the new point. Deduction under section 80GG. Remaining the points are very easy. Salary income. Computation of total income of Mr. R.K. Naik for the assessment year 21-22. Salary income. Basic pay 18,300 is given. So 18,300 into 12, 2,19,600. Dearness allowance, DA, 6,200 per month. 6,200 into 12, 74,400. Take the total gross income from salary, 2,94,000. That's the gross income from salary. From this, deductions are allowed under section 16. Three deductions are there: 16(1)(a), 16(2), 16(3). 16(1)(a) is the standard deduction, compulsory deduction, 50,000 rupees. Anybody who is having income from salary, he will get a standard deduction of 50,000. That is there. 16(2) is for EA deduction, entertainment allowance deduction. This deduction will be given when EA is received. Since EA is not received, so no EA deduction. Third, 16(3), profession tax paid. If the SSC pays profession tax, deduction under section 16(3) will be allowed. But in our problem, no profession tax, no 16(3). So only one deduction is allowed under section 16(a), standard deduction. Standard deduction under section 16(1)(a), 50,000. So deduct 2,44,000 is the income from salary. One part completed. And short-term capital gain 66,000. Short-term capital gain is also a normal income, taxable at a slab system along with other incomes. So gross total income is 3,60,000. GTI we got. From gross total income, deductions under section 80. First deduction, contribution to pension plan of LIC. Contribution made to pension plan for LIC is deduction is allowed under section 80 CCC, 8,500. Amount given 8,500. Donation under section 80G, 11,000 given in the problem. 11,000. Now deduction for rent paid under section 80GG, 25,950. That is not given in the problem. In working note we'll find out. Last line it is given, he is living in a rented house and paid 60,000 rent per annum. So in working note you should write down deduction for rent paid under section 80GG. Since the SSC is not receiving HRA from the employer but is paying the rent of the house, so deduction will be allowed to the least of the following three amounts. The Income Tax Act has given the provision 3. Least of the 3 will be allowed as deduction under section 80GG. What are the three amounts? First one, rent paid minus 10% of adjusted GTI. Secondly, 25% of adjusted GTI. Third, fixed amount of 60,000 given by the Act. So whichever is least in these three will be allowed as deduction under section 80GG. So before that we need adjusted GTI. Already we know adjusted GTI means GTI minus LTCG minus all deductions under section 80 except 80GG. Leaving this 80GG, what are the other deductions we'll deduct? So in our problem, GTI is 3,60,000. Gross total income is 3,60,000 minus. What are the other deductions? 80CCC 8,500, 80G 11,000. So deduct 8,500, deduct 11,000. So 3,40,500 is the adjusted GTI. 10% of adjusted GTI. 10% of 3,40,500, 34,050. 34,050 is the 10% of adjusted GTI. 25% of adjusted GTI. 25% of 340,500, 85,125. We got all the values. Now we find out the three values. Least of these three will be allowed as deduction. First one is rent paid. How much is the rent paid given in the problem? 60,000. Rent paid 60,000. minus 10% of adjusted GTI. 10% of adjusted GTI is 34,050. The first one, rent paid minus 10% of adjusted GTI. Rent paid 60,000 given in the problem and 10% of adjusted GTI we have calculated. Second one, 25% of adjusted GTI. 25% comes to 85,120. Fixed amount 60,000. The least among these three is 25,950. So 25,950 is the deduction allowed under section 80GG here. So take the total of the deductions. 45,450 is the total deductions. Deduct 3,60,000 minus 45,450, 3,14,550. This is the total income. So I have completed 9th problem and 10th problem. Come on, now we'll start the last and final problem, that is problem number 11. Mr. Chandramohan is a doctor residing at Delhi. Furnish the following information to the relevant assessment year. Determine the total income for the current assessment year. The current assessment year is 2021-22. That is the current assessment year. For this assessment year, we have to find out what is the total income of Mr. Chandramohan. Now, see here. Computation of total income of Mr. Chandramohan for the assessment year 21-22. First item, income from profession. So I have taken income from profession 2 lakh. Second, short-term capital gain on shares. So I have taken short-term capital gain on shares 24,000. Next, winning from camel race. Winning from camel race is a casual income that is taxable under income from other sources. So casual income, winning from camel race 6,000. Next, long-term capital gain on gold. So here long-term capital gain on gold 20,000. Winning from lottery, that is also a casual income. So winning from lottery 10,000. Then income from other sources 30,000. So income from other sources 30,000. Rent paid for residential house. Previous problem also I told you the provisions. If an SSC is not getting any HRA, house rent allowance, but the SSC is staying in a rented house for which rent is paid, in that case the SSC will get deduction under section 80GG. Last problem also we came across this point. Again, rent paid for residential house 35,000. So he is eligible for deduction under section 80GG. Then winning from horse races, that is also casual income, winning from horse races. Donation to National Defence Fund in cash. Income Tax Act says donation paid to National Defence Fund is a qualifying amount, but any donation over 2,000 rupees should be paid either through check or draft. It should not be paid in cash. Other than cash, it will be paid. If the donation is more than 2,000, here donation is 8,000 rupees. Donation given to National Defence Fund is 8,000. But this 8,000 was paid in cash. So Income Tax Act says it is not allowed as deduction under section 80G. Then donation to Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust in check. So it will be 22,000. But donation given to Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust, qualifying amount is 100%, but the rate of deduction is 50%. This point already we have covered up in the theory video regarding 80G deduction. So donation given to Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust, qualifying amount 100%, whereas rate of deduction is only 50%. Last one, deduction under section 80C, specifically given. Directly will take deduction under section 80C. That's all. All the points I have read out. Now we'll take the total. So income from profession 2 lakh, long-term capital gain 20,000, income from other source 30,000. Casual income, winning from camel race, winning from lottery, winning from horse races. Total 60,000. Short-term capital gain on shares 24,000. So gross total income GTI is 3,34,000. Gross total income. Now deductions under section 80. First of all, deduction under section 80C, directly given in the problem, I have taken 10,000. Second one, deduction under section 80G. Donation to National Defence Fund in cash. So not allowed. Only if it is given other than cash, then only it will be allowed. More than 2000. If the donation is given more than 2000, it should be given other than cash. So it is not allowed. Donation to Indira Gandhi Memorial Fund, that is in check, qualifying amount 100%, but rate of deduction is 50%. Whatever donation given, fully it will qualify, but the rate is 50%. So here donation given is 22,000. So 50% of 22,000, 11,000 will be allowed as deduction. Now deduction under section 80GG. This deduction is for rent paid for the residential house. This we have to calculate in working note. We got 8,100. How we got 8,100? I am showing it in working notes. So deduction under section 80GG, rent paid. Least of the following three amount will be allowed as deduction as usual. Last problem also we have done here. This problem also same. Rent paid minus 10% of adjusted GTI. First one. Second, 25% of adjusted GTI. And third one, fixed amount given by the Income Tax Act, 60,000. Least of these three. So first of all, we need to calculate adjusted GTI. So what is the formula for adjusted GTI? GTI minus LTCG minus STCG on shares. Specifically given this definition by Income Tax Act. How to find out the adjusted GTI? So GTI minus LTCG minus STCG on shares minus all deductions under section 80 except 80GG. All deductions except 80GG. Now, gross total income 3,34,000. Just now we got it here. GTI 3,34,000. LTCG. How much is the LTCG included here? 20,000. Long-term capital gain on gold 20,000. Deduct 20,000. Similarly, STCG on shares. How much is the STCG on shares? 24,000. Deduct 24,000. Minus. Now deductions under section 80. 80C. How much is the deduction under section 80C? 10,000. So I have deducted 10,000. Deduction under section 80G. How much deduction? 11,000. Deduct 11,000. So 2,69,000 is the adjusted GTI. Now 10% of adjusted GTI. Rent paid minus 10% of adjusted GTI. Rent paid 35,000 given in the problem. 10% of 2,69,000, 26,900. 35,000 minus 26,900, 8,100. First item we got. Second item, 25% of adjusted GTI. So 25% of 2,69,000, 67,250. And finally fixed amount given by Income Tax Act, 60,000. The least of these three amount is 8,100. So deduction under section 80GG allowed is 8,100. This is the 8,100 I have taken here. Now take the total. 10,000 plus 11,000 plus 8,100, 29,100. Deduct 29,100 from 3,34,000. 3,34,000 minus 29,100, 3,04,900. This is the total income. That's it. So I have completed 11 problems on deductions from GTI. So my suggestion, my advice to the students, to the viewers, subscribers, watch every video till the end. Have some patience. Particularly this advanced aspect of income tax is a tough subject because all the problems are based on the provisions. So before watching the problems, first watch the theory video. Be acquainted, perfect on the provisions. Then come to the problems. So inshallah, we'll take up the next topic, assessment of individuals, in the next video. But apart from that, I want to inform you that I have started a new channel by name Khan's Accounting Institute. This channel I have made for IGCSE students, those who are pursuing the courses of Cambridge or Edexcel. For them, I have started a new channel. So all the subjects related to IGCSE that will be uploaded there, it is specifically more helpful to IGCSE, but generally it is helpful to everyone. Anybody who wants to enhance their knowledge, command on the subjects, watch that video also. So Khan's Accounting Institute, visit that channel, watch the videos, enhance your knowledge, and do subscribe that channel also. Inshallah, we'll take up the next topic, assessment of individuals, in the next video.